Hey girl, hey, it's Shelby. I am the owner of Shelby Christian Stationery. I am also the writer behind Shelby.com. And today I'm here with another Bible study with me video. I am, of course, feeling a little bit under the weather. Every time it's time for me to record a video, it's like Satan just comes for me. But, anyways, I wanted to share my Bible study with me from today, actually on the same day, which I never do. So, hopefully, this is for somebody and helpful. So, the first thing I always do is obviously turn to the book I'm reading. I am still reading Isaiah, which I have been for a while. Long story short, we taking our time with this thing. Anyways, so today I'm reading Isaiah chapter 36. So we're reading Isaiah chapter 36, verses 11 to 12 is what we read today. And of course, as always, I always want to put my standout verse as the first thing on my page. So my standout verse today was, "Please speak to your servants in Aramaic, for we understand it." And I decided to define understand. And the definition of understand from the Strong's definition is discern, to hear with attention or interest. And it's Strong's number H8085. And of course, if you've been here for a while, you know that typically I like to read multiple versions as far as translations, when I say versions, of the same verse. So I read the translation in voice, ESV, and I also read it in King James Version, but that's just because I don't have any choice in order to look at the Strong's definition. And then sometimes I'll also read it in the New Living Translation or the Amplified Translation, and or sometimes I'll swap that out and read it in the Message translation. It just depends on how I feel. Today, since it wasn't too long and I felt like I had a good understanding of what the verse was about, I only read it in two different translations, but I always recommend using more than one translation when you are Bible studying. So you are going to notice when you see me writing here that I'm going to go from writing my verse straight to writing my application for the day. And that's just because the Holy Spirit was moving me so quickly that I did not even have time to summarize my thoughts. I literally was like writing the verse, and then all of a sudden I was like, okay, I hear you, Holy Spirit. So my notes from today, as far as application was, there are prayers and requests that you ask God for that are out of immaturity. I can't say some things, but I'm gonna read the rest of that. We think that God is ignoring us, but the reality is He is answering us. But because we haven't truly studied His word, we haven't grown spiritually, we don't hear or understand when He's speaking. And so I want to say so many things, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna just say this: know that none of your prayers go unanswered or unheard by God. Know that. Rabbit hole. There are some things that I have been praying for years, and they have not come to pass. And I've just always thought, hey, I'm in this season of waiting. So when I wrote this today, I was like, okay, God, I hear you. You have been answering me and telling me what to do this whole time, but I just didn't want to understand. I wasn't there yet. I wasn't doing the things that I knew I needed to do or thought that possibly I needed to do, but was not acting on. And so my immaturity was causing me to ignore God's response to prayers that I had been praying for a while. And I'm sure He's probably like, girl, can you shut up? Like, be quiet. I told you. If you are new here and you need help with learning your word, trying to understand the word on your own, make sure you check out the Bible study playlist, which is going to be linked in the little cards above, which will be on the top right hand side. I'll also link it in the description box. I just want to encourage you that if you have not already started your devotional Bible study time, alone time with Christ, whatever you want to call it, it is so important that you do. The more time you spend in His word, the closer you will get to Him, the deeper your relationship with Him will be, the more you will begin to discern and have the wisdom to understand His word so that you can apply it to your life, so that you can live it out in your life, so that He can speak to you and show you the areas that you need to grow in, so that He can show you just how graceful He is, how forgiving He is, how much He loves you, and encourage you and strengthen you, how much He is covering you and your family. And I'm saying all of these things to say that it is never too late to begin to Bible study on your own. So I just want to encourage you that it does not matter where you are starting as long as you start. I have not been on this journey that long myself. I started Bible studying on my own back in 2017. That's when I devoted my life back to Christ, in late 2016, early 2017. And I was scared. I was afraid. I was doing it alone. I literally was at a place where I felt like I had absolutely nothing. So going to God, just, it really made sense. I felt like I didn't have anything else to go to. So I do want to just encourage you that it's never too late to begin your journey and deepen your journey with Christ. It doesn't matter what you're going through. He is literally waiting on you, tugging at you. That little voice you hear, you seeing this video pop up on your timeline, all of those things are not a mistake. It is God trying to speak to you and get to you. I also want to encourage you to please do not hesitate to ask for prayer. I am always willing and ready to stand in prayer with you and for you. You can click the link in the description box to submit your prayer requests. You do not have to include any details. You can simply just ask for prayer. If you would like to list details, please go for it. But I also just want to encourage you that you can submit a general prayer request, and I am more than willing to pray for you and with you. Now that I have said all the things, let's get back to the Bible study and let's talk about the observations that I have from these two verses today. The people who are representing Hezekiah, remember Hezekiah is the king of the Judah people. They basically asked, and I cannot say his name, Rabashakeh, I'm butchering that, and he's the representative for the Azria people. They asked him to speak in Aramaic, I hope I'm saying that correctly, because they did not want the people who were around in Judah to understand what was being said. So basically, they wanted to conceal the fact that, like, the king of Azria wants to go to war with him, and they didn't want the other people to know who were in Judah. And so the Azria representative is like, no, they need to hear it because they are going to be doomed just like y'all are going to be doomed if you don't come into this negotiation and come into an agreement with me. So yeah, they need to hear it. And he says something that's so disgusting, but I'm gonna summarize it the way I summarized it in my book. He said basically, if you guys don't come into agreement, they're gonna be doomed just like you're gonna be doomed, and y'all are gonna be left to eat y'all poop and drink pee. So what were your thoughts on today's readings? I would love to hear from you, so make sure you drop a comment below. Of course, if you did not know, the journal that you see in today's video is my faith journal, which you can find on shelby.com, and you can also find in my Etsy shop, and I will make sure to put the link in the description box. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Bible study. I feel like I am speed talking, but quiet as it's kept. I'm at work, y'all. So I'm going to wrap it up and call it a day, but I truly hope that this Bible study blessed you. I hope that something I said resonated with you. And if it did, please make sure you share this with a friend who is in need of some encouragement and some help with Bible studying. That is what this video is all about. That's what this channel is all about. And also make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you have not already. And of course, as always, be blessed, stay safe. I'm going to see you next time. Bye.